DNVR Bets Daily, RK, Professor Dre. Dre, it's weird being here at the bar without you next to me.
I know. You're out there crushing explainers, I guess, huh?
Yeah, big time explainer day.
Wow.
You're going to love these ones.
Oh,
I've had to go deep into the explainer bag,
wow.
and we've reached quarter betting.
I love this.
Yeah, I knew you'd love it. Anyways, we're heating up a little bit, Dre. I had a devastating weekend. I know yours wasn't exactly peachy either.
Yeah.
And now we're getting back to it. Yesterday we give out the odds boost, and it hit fairly comfortably. Like that was a you're confident from start to finish type of win.
Very much so. I guess at the end of the first half in both of those, it was maybe just a smidge tight, but yeah, it was really easy wins from there. And I took that boost. I also then parlayed the spreads. I said on the show, I thought West Virginia was one of the few teams who could stay within 10 of Gonzaga, and that was pretty comfortable as well. Baylor -4.5. West Virginia +8.5. That parlay hit quite comfortably. A 5-unit day for your boy. We have yet to say anything incorrect on the college basketball side of things, Ryan.
Yeah, I said I liked Oregon and Oregon State last night, which was incorrect.
I forgot about that.
But I didn't really give out those picks. I just said I liked them. And I didn't take them either, so I guess that shows you how much I really liked them. One thing that we've been doing a really good job of, Dre, in the last few days is taking advantage of what DraftKings gives us. Taking what the defense is giving us. We made some money off the hedge on the profit boost the other night. We hit the odds boost yesterday. And so today we're going back to the DraftKings well.
Yes.
Because DraftKings is giving out a 20% parlay boost on 4-leg college basketball parlays. Guy, you're going to need to be ready for this one because I have a thought about 4-leg parlays, and it is...
That's bait.
That's bait.
What? Ryan.
But, Dre, I have created what I believe to be the safe man's 4-leg parlay to boost with your 20% odds boost. Again, I'm trying to take what the defense is giving me.
Yeah.
If you're, out here throwing together underdog money lines into your 4-leg parlay, like you're trying to throw Hail Marys on first down in the first quarter. I'm merely just trying to take the 4 yards of carry that you're giving me and do my best with it and hopefully get a big win in the end. So again, no such thing in history as a safe 4-leg parlay.
It goes without saying.
It's never once... No one has ever felt good about a 4-leg parlay going, or at least many people have felt good about it. No one has ever felt like it was a lock. There's just no such thing as a lock when it comes to parlays.
Yeah.
So what I have done here is I've examined the rules from DraftKings Sportsbook and built the safest possible 4-leg parlay that they will allow.
I'm excited.
All odds must be -500 or better to get them into the parlay. So here's what I've got for you tonight. Drake money line -500. Sacramento State money line -500. Florida money line -240, and Arizona State money line -295. You boost that all together, and it is +210 with your odds boost, with your 20% odds boost. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for 2-to-1 odds, but you're getting 2 very heavy favorites and 2 average favorites here. These are the 4 best possible games that you can fit into this parlay tonight.
Okay. That is a smart man parlay. That is a good way to use your boost. Wow. I'm shocked.
You like it, huh?
I'm so proud of you. This is really outstanding work. Outstanding content you've just produced. Very, very well done by you, Ryan. Now, I was going the other way. You've gone the really safe man parlay. I was going to do all spreads. Because then like this USC UConn game, which I really like, I think it's the first one on our slate that starts at 5. Two really intriguing draft prospects on either team as well there. That's gone from USC just a 0.5 point dog to 2.5 point dog.
Okay.
Just caught my interest. But yeah, I like the Trojans there. And I was going to say, okay, I'm not going to put that money line. I'm just going to put the spread in there to be safe. That's the kind of thing you talk about. That'll get you when you don't do it. So I'm just being safe. And then I like Florida, but -5.5, get a little more value. And I like Drake, but -9. I've talked to producer Kale, who's a Drake alum. He covered them back in the day. He, after a little pressing,
too much homerism coming from him.
Well, and even then he was like, well, I really like the money line. I said, well, I don't care about the money line. Are they covering this damn spread? And Omaha's 1-3, so you think, oh, they're an easy opponent for Drake to beat, but they've had a tough slate. One of those losses is to Creighton, who's ranked 9th in the country. And then I like Arizona State, but I'd take the spread -6.5. So I guess there's my 4 legs right there. Drake -9, USC +2.5, Arizona State -6.5, and Florida -5.5. Prospects galore in all of those games, which isn't bad. I also had Oklahoma -15.5 taking on UTSA, and Iowa -31.5 going up against Western Illinois. But now that we've talked this through, I can eliminate those, and let's see what this parlay comes out to. Once I boost it, plus 1,400.
I mean, it sounds a hell of a lot better than my plus 210.
Hey, yours is the smart man parlay.
Yours is 7 times as profitable, though.
Yeah. You bet 10 to win over $1.50.
I don't know, man. I might just have to stick with the smart man's parlay here. There's a reason that mine is a 50% chance to hit, and yours is like I don't know,
14 to 1.
Yeah, whatever that is. Less than 10% chance.
What was yours non-boosted?
My non-boosted was plus 174.
Okay, because that would be tempting just to do. I mean, as Austin just said in the comments, he'll just be riding with both of those. So now the question, since I too will be doing the same, is which one do I boost?
Well, I mean, there are 2 schools of thought here.
Yes.
Whenever I can only boost one thing, I always boost the thing with the lowest odds. So whatever is going to originally return me the least,
yes,
I want it to return me a little bit more.
Yes.
But some people might say 20% of plus 1,200 is a hell of a lot more than 20% of plus 174. So the profit gained by the 20% boost is insanely bigger for yours.
Yeah, for sure. But as you point out, mine obviously much less likely to hit. So I do think the smart man's boost is putting the boost on the one where you don't. And this is why you need a significant other to open up their own account, so you can kind of split things up.
What you could do here is like you put $10 on each one, and like what happens is if mine hits, then you've covered whatever happens on the other one.
Yep.
And really you end up profiting $10 in the end. Right? Because you win 20, you bet 10. So you end up covering that one plus 10 plus another 10.
Yeah. I tried to do that today on a 2-legger live. And the plus 400 part of that leg hit like nobody's business. The minus 133 completely let me down. But that would have covered all my wagers from earlier that day.
Do you realize how much better you would feel if you just took that plus 400 straight?
Yeah, I know. Actually, I basically gave myself that same talk And it might as well have come in your voice because that's the kind of thing you tell me all the time. And I mean, that is the problem when you're coming off a 5-unit day. As soon as those hit the account, you're looking for more stuff to get into. So, but before my head even hit the pillow last night, I was already in for a bunch of stuff today, which let me down, but that's just fun. That's all part of the fun. Yes.
That's how you roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is the college basketball portion here. Is there anything else on the college basketball slate that sticks out to you tonight?
No, not really. I'm excited. I mean, for one, I'm loving college hoops. Absolutely loving college hoops. Not just because they've been profitable, but because they've been just all out fun. And I'm pretty excited for Wisconsin Marquette coming up tomorrow. I know tomorrow we'll be talking about a gajillion things. So that a little Wisconsin derby here has me intrigued.
Marquette is in Wisconsin?
Yeah, correct. Yes.
I'm going to need a fact check on that.
Private school in Wisconsin. I haven't thought about them since Dwayne Wade graduated from there in what was the Mellow Draft? 03?
Yeah, what about our boy Marcus Howard?
Marcus Howard. Big time stuff.
Nice.
Big time stuff. Yep. And Marquette just got beat by Oklahoma State, who's got a top prospect, Cade Cunningham, who looked really good against them. So that'll be a fun one. I actually think there's some decent value with just -4 on the Badgers. Wasn't too impressed by Marquette, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
Marquette is in fact in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Congratulations. I would have said like Illinois maybe, or like
Mac Country.
Michigan. I don't know. Doesn't feel like a Wisconsin school to me, but nonetheless, it is. And then the other thing, if we're going the preview route, is Baylor Gonzaga, number 1 versus number 2 on Saturday morning. That's fantastic. I mean, getting number 1 versus number 2,
beautiful,
early in the season is almost as good as getting 2 undefeated teams in college football this late in the season, which is what we're getting this weekend. Dre, have you heard about this?
No, I have not. Regale me over this.
Oh man, I'm so happy I get to break this news to you.
Oh, I think I did. Coastal at BYU,
yes,
or BYU against Coastal. Yeah, beautiful.
BYU and Coastal. I believe this is only the 9th time in college football history 2 undefeated teams have met this late in the season. Wow. So this is like big stuff. Now, neither one of these teams is big ticket enough to get the other team into the college football playoff with a win.
Yeah,
I do think they are big enough to get each other into New Year's Day.
Well, the problem with that is Cincinnati, right?
Yeah, BYU is better than Cincinnati.
I sure would love to see that matchup.
I'd die on that hill. Yeah, me too.
I mean, we should do this like every year. Like flex a game to where the 2 best non-power 5 teams get to play each other. This is a gift from the gods. Yeah, a play-in, exactly. That would be fantastic.
That would be really cool. It doesn't work with and I guess this will take care of itself when we finally expand the playoff to 8 teams.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't work now because there's too many other good teams. So it'd be cool if you took the last slot and did a play-in game for it. So like it doesn't really work now with the 4, but envisioning it with the 4, like the first 3 teams go in and then 4 and 5 have to play, or just the 2 best G5 teams play for the 4th slot. Like that'd be cool. It'll work better for like the 8th slot.
But honestly, the G5 team that's represented in the New Year's 6, that spot should be allotted through a play-in.
Yeah,
you could do that now.
I agree. You could do
you have flexibility. And then the Gonzaga Baylor, going back to that Saturday matchup, I think new users can bet $1 on either of those teams and like win 100.
Yeah, and right now Baylor is plus 130 dogs. So as we know, hedge opportunity right there, a big one when you're getting, plus 10,000 or whatever it is on one side.
Indeed.
So you can guarantee yourself some serious profit there. I would say over $50. I think you can guarantee yourself.
We had someone tweet at us that they maxed out the odds boost for $95 on the Zag parlayed with Baylor last night. So making it rain out here, Ryan.
All right, Dre.
Good times.
We Also have some college football to talk about. But first, a shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook, where you can get on all this action. The plus 10,000 on one team this week in Gonzaga Baylor is one hell of a deal. So there it is. New users can get a odds boost for either of those teams. Bet $1, win 100 if you're correct, which is one hell of a deal. Of course, you must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires a 25x playthrough and restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. That's, of course, sign-up bonus of up to $1,000 when you use the code DNVR at sign-up to get in on all this action. And then, of course, this week, you can get that one to win 100 on either Gonzaga or Baylor on Saturday morning. And you can hedge that to make sure you're going to make money either way.
If I could turn back the clock and be a new user this weekend, Oh,
if only.
if only.
To be a new user again.
Oh, truly. So true.
Okay. So we've got a college football game. And I am in a dilemma, Dre.
Yeah.
Love the team.
I know.
Hate the quarterback. Love the team. Hate the quarterback.
Yeah.
Love Air Force. I always like betting on Air Force.
Yeah.
My God. I bet on them once before this year, and watching their quarterback attempt to throw was borderline offensive. Think Kendall Hinton. But it's the quarterback they chose as the starter, not the fifth string quarterback. So
even then, it wasn't even the EQB, it was like barely the fifth stringer. Kendall Hinton at Air Force would do very, very well. I don't know if maybe the special forces, the military can pull some moves here and get him enrolled there, because that would be football gold, Ryan. And Air Force has the most absurd season because they were playing in early October before any of the Mountain West teams were playing, had that insane game against Navy with their new digs and everything. Then they take 3 weeks off. They lose to San Jose State. No one saw that coming. I think that's what lost you money. Yep.
That was the one.
Boise State, they lose by 19. Frisky dog. I probably sprinkled that or had it in some stupid parlay or something. And then take another 3 weeks off. And then they beat New Mexico on, just recently 28-0. So even that seesawing schedule is hard to figure out. What's not hard to figure out for me is that Utah State truly stinks. They are absolutely awful. This team was awful last year with Jordan Love. They haven't done anything to improve. It's just been a disaster for them. They too beat New Mexico most recently, but they didn't look as efficient as Air Force, winning just 41-27. And outside of that, they kind of got whooped on by Fresno State, kind of got whooped on by Nevada, got whooped on by San Diego State, and got whooped on by Boise. So outside of beating the worst team in the Mountain West, the one team everyone picks on in New Mexico every year, Utah State's been terrible. So 13.5 here. I know you don't like the quarterback. Man, that almost seems generous. I mean, talking this through, they should probably be 15.5, 16.5.
So honestly, Dre, I'm just not interested in taking the Air Force spread. But I am very, very, very interested in one thing in this game. And that is the under 51.5. You said it. Utah State stinks. Air Force's defense has gotten a little better. And betting unders in Air Force games is the most enjoyable time you can have betting an under.
It's true.
Because if their offense is working, even their scoring drives take forever. Now, once in a while, they'll break off some big ones. And if you get a game where a team just can't stop the option,
right,
then they'll put up points and you'll miss it. But oftentimes, what you can count on is that the clock will be running anytime Air Force has the ball. And it will be running for a while. And so 51.5, that feels good to me. They shut out their last opponent. I know New Mexico is absolute trash.
Sure.
But you think Utah State is too. So I don't know if they score enough to hold up their end of the bargain here. I feel good about this.
Yeah, even best case scenario for Utah State, I think is like 28-21. And that's comfortably under. Comfortably under. In fact, in any of those non-trash opponents that Utah State has faced thus far in the Mountain West, the most they've scored, 16 points. So I think the Falcons can keep them right around that 16-12 range, pile up 20 plus, but not worry them too much. I really like that. Now I'm torn as to, do I parlay the under with the Air Force spread, or do I just stay put?
Don't do it, Dre.
Well, when you say don't do it, what do you mean?
No, this is one where I really mean don't do it.
How can I trust that anymore, Ryan? How can I trust that?
What if I tell you to do it? Will that make you understand that I'm telling you not to do it? What I don't like is a heavy favorite and an under together. I don't like those things. Because every time Utah State scores, then you have to score more, and now you're just betting it. You're like fighting yourself here.
You're exactly right. This is betting 101. This is something I was talking about on the pod months ago. Be very weary of the under parlayed with the favorite in a double-digit spread. You're exactly right. I will not be doing that.
But I will tell you, just this under feels really good to me.
I'm in on 2 parlays. One is not boosted. Do you give your blessing to sneak this under in the non-boosted parlay to kind of elevate it that way, since you feel so good about this?
What are the other legs of that parlay?
Well, so I guess I will be boosting. I'm going to boost your parlay. Okay. Which you might have to send me a screenshot, or we might just have to repeat what that was before we go off air. So with that in mind, I'll throw in the Air Force under to my parlay, which is Florida -5.5, Drake -9, USC +2.5, Arizona State -6.5. You add that under, that's better than the boost ever was. That puts me up at 2,400 instead of 1,400.
You can do whatever you want with that parlay because it ain't hitting.
Yeah, kind of isn't. Huh? Yeah, you're right.
Oh, he's got it. He's got my bet all dialed in for you there.
Oh, thank you. Perfect. Yes, that's right.
All right. Yeah, I placed my odds boost to make sure. I wasn't sure if one of those games started at 5:00. And then I'm getting in on Air Force right now. I'm going like 1.75 units on the under there. And Austin said he's just getting in on both parlays because he's just a homie who rides with us.
He is a homie and he does ride with us. 1.75, you say?
Okay. Yeah. Going heavy.
I'm doing exactly the same thing.
All right, let's go. I can't wait to watch that clock tick.
Oh,
that's
beautiful.
There's just it just hits different. The Air Force clock ticking.
Unders have been hot lately too, Ryan. Unders have been hot. It's been under city. It's been a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, I love watching the clock tick. You got to be a certain breed to enjoy the ticking clock, and I've slowly but surely become an unders guy.
Yeah, it's kind of true. Are you can I anticipate you on your couch doing your best Chris Berman voice and going tick 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 tick?
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing I just completely lost my train of thought because I totally thought you were going to say something else.
Oh. It was Sacramento State's the other money line, right?
Yes, if it's -500.
It is. They're taking on the Idaho Vandals, my favorite mascot, I think, in college sports.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
But the Sacramento State Hornets take care of business tonight.
Nice. Did you remember what you were going to say? No.
What was I going to say? I really don't remember what I was going to say. It was something about me being at my house doing something. I don't know.
Oh, no. Did I lose the boost? Oh, boy. What else
Oh,
to boost?
you're out. You're all out of sorts now.
Yeah, I'm all out of sorts.
All right. Well,
Do you give your blessing to add Oklahoma money line minus 2,500 to your parlay?
no. We're not putting anything dumb in our parlay.
Honestly, that just added 11 points. So
Oh, minus 2,500?
yeah.
I thought you said plus 2,500.
Oh, sorry. I wish. Jeez.
You can't do that and use the odds boost. So
I can't?
no,
It has to be 4 legs only?
Or no, it can be 5 legs, but all legs have to be minus 500 or lower.
That's why it wasn't hitting, Ryan. Okay, and just 1 unit on this one because it's a parlay?
Yeah, I actually went like 0.9 units. Not a full unit.
Well, I have more faith in you than you do yourself. 1.5 units.
I don't believe in 4-leg parlays. They're against my my belief system.
You're
But,
right. Honestly,
I'm all in on a boost.
Honestly, they should just be sprinkled. That's why a full unit is all I'm doing.
Yep.
Responsibly, people. Yeah.
Exactly.
Parlay responsibly. You have
Parlay
convictions about bets, go in heavy. Responsibly, but heavy. Like the Air Force under, which we're going in light, 1.7 units. That's nothing. But, parlays responsible.
We need to start throwing out more arbitrary unit thing. Like, oh, let's put 1.64 units on this.
Oh, I think we just started that, Ryan.
Yeah,
I think that train has left the station, and that's a new show tradition now. So, yes.
Our guy, Joseph Duckmanton, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly.
All-time man.
The Duckman, as he's known, asks, can you explain units? A unit is just your standard bet.
Yep.
So some people bet $1 at a time. Some people bet $10 at a time. Some people bet $25 at a time. But as a bettor, you should have your unit.
Yes.
You shouldn't just be throwing random things because then it's harder to track if you're being successful or not based on what you're doing. So a unit is whatever you're comfortable with. And you should try to have that just so you can measure what you want. The more confident you are, you put 2 unit bets. I used to have a whole system where I would go through the whole college football slate and be like, pick everything and then put a star value next to it. So like, this is a 1-star pick. This is a 2-star pick. And then you go back down and like, you might say like, okay, anything that's a 3 or 4-star pick, I'm betting on. 3-star picks, are getting 1 unit. And then like maybe once a week you get a 5-star and you're like, that's a 2 unit or 3 unit bet.
Why is this not a segment on our show?
I don't know. I'm just remembering when I was in college and I had like an offshore account.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. Yeah, no, units are important. And, we'll suggest a sprinkle, which is less than a unit on some longer shots, but it's really important. The best strategy is to stick to what your unit value is, because you'd hate to be, you don't want to be that guy who went in on a full unit on one bet that didn't hit. And then you were down on your luck. You didn't have the belief on this next bet. You only went in for like 0.5 units and that hits. And now you're like, oh man, I wish I would have just stayed consistent across the board. I'd be better off than where I started. So that's why units are important. Also, a better way to talk betting than talking actual money. So crass, and it's like golfing. It's like a handicap, Ryan. We work at the same company, but you're a co-founder. I'm technically your employee, so we objectively don't make the same. Who knows, so we talk units. We don't talk money. It's all more kosher,
And one thing we definitely don't do is unit shame. Whatever your unit is, that's your unit, and you should live by that.
Absolutely. Damn straight.
All right. That's a good place for us to end on today's DNVR Bets Daily. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Good luck on all of your picks. Hopefully you ride with us. Hopefully you got some winners also in the slip just for yourself. Have a good one. We'll talk to you tomorrow on a big Friday for college sports betting and beyond.